Lately, I've been thinking about why I like writing. I don't write because I'm good at it. I write because I don't always know how to process what I feel. There are things I can't say out loud. But somehow, when I write them down, they make sense, if that makes sense. There's something about being alone with your thoughts. The possibilities are endless, although sometimes it can get overwhelming. As soon as I open my eyes in the morning, my mind starts racing. It's a really bad habit. And I know that if I'm not careful, focusing on that endless to-do list will burn me out before I even start my first task. So now, instead of waking up stressed, I choose to intentionally move slow and just wake up. On weekdays, I try not to respond to texts or emails before 8:30 a.m. And in my line of work, that's almost impossible. Almost always, I fail at this. But that's the people pleaser in me. The need to be liked because I'm dependable. The need to be well regarded, even at the expense of my time, my family, even my sanity. And the crazy part, no one was asking me to do that. I just feel that it's what's expected of me, and so it's a constant battle. But that's what writing does. It exposes things like that. When I'm sitting alone, no background noise, just me and my thoughts, things surface. I realize patterns and triggers. I realize things I probably wouldn't admit out loud. I started loving writing in high school. I had an amazing English teacher, Miss Carlson. In college, I took creative writing, and my professor once asked if I wanted to be a journalist. There was another professor, Mr. Basile. He was really tough. I remember I stayed up all night writing what I thought was one of my best papers, only to get it back, and it was a C-. But somehow, I still really loved the class. I think writing has always been the quiet thread in my life. Even when I didn't pursue it, even when I chose a completely different path, it never left. And the truth is, I don't write for anyone. It's messy, half sentences, on sticky notes, all random thoughts. But somewhere in that mess, I find clarity. When I don't write, my brain feels loud. Sometimes writing is how I regulate myself. When I'm overwhelmed, when I'm frustrated, when I'm proud, when I'm confused, I write. Writing forces me to sit with things instead of distracting myself. Sometimes the answers aren't pretty. Sometimes it's ego. Sometimes it's insecurity. Sometimes I'm just tired. But I wouldn't know that if I didn't slow down and write it out. And that's me lately.